What's up, everybody? Sean Thatcher, Fab That Inc., Thatcher Fabrication. Got some updates. Been laid up sick the last, probably week. We went on vacation. We were gone right before Christmas till a little after New Year's, and then me and my wife both, when we got back home, we cut our vacation short because we both got sick. Came home a couple days early. When we got home, like the day we got home, the night we got home, we had a massive, for Kentucky, a massive ice and snowstorm. 3 days, everything was closed. Couldn't get in the doctor or do anything like that. So we had to just take it. Had to just, tough it out and take it. So we laid around the house for a little bit. It got us both down pretty good. But getting some medicine and feeling better. Had to get out the other day. And I got some stuff to work with in the shop. So I've said in a couple videos before, about, how I, don't have anything to work with. We got welders broke, or welders, messed up. All my gas tanks, oxygen acetylene tanks are empty. My welding gas is empty. Everything's empty. Even if I wanted to work on something, since I have made a little room, I couldn't because I didn't have anything to work with. So, but finally, I took all my tanks in. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I got one more that still got some gas. Still got some gas in it, but it's just straight argon tank for my TIG that I don't have anymore. I sold it, but I'm gonna get me another TIG pretty soon. But what I come in here a little bit ago, got the hound with me, and there's another dog barking outside, and he's running wild in here. But this welder hasn't been used. It's a Miller-Matic 185. I've had this thing, I want to say since, my brain work here a minute. I say I bought this thing in 2001, 2002. I'm going to say 2001 or 2, somewhere in there. And I've had to change the liner on it a few times, run so much stuff through it. And I've used the shit out of this thing. Now, they don't even make this anymore. I don't think they make the 185. I think they replaced it with like a Miller-Matic 215 is one that replaced this welder. It's old. It's not digital in any kind of way or anything like that. But it hasn't been used. And I want to say I haven't fired it up to even. I think I repaired one of my smokers in here several years ago. Probably 3 years ago. I did some work on one of my smokers. And hello, Memphis. And right as I was getting done, it quit. So I finished up what I was doing with another little mobile, little pack around suitcase welder thing that I've got, and finished it up with some flux core wire and stuff. It's not what I like to do, but I finished that smoker job up that I needed, and literally it needed like 3 inches of welding left on this one pass on it, and that was it. So I finished it up and got it done. And anyways, so I just shoved it over in the corner and quit worrying about it. So all these years later, I come out here and looked at it. Let me tell you what happened to it, and I'll show you how dirty it is. It's just been sitting in this shop, but the mice have got in here since the last I got in here and made it look not a nest, but they've been packing some treats in here. But this ground right here, the ground just pulled loose from the thing there, and so I had a few minutes going there again. I'm not good at filming this stuff, and I didn't even think to start to maybe somebody may not, may need to know how to do that, so. But anyways, I didn't film it, but I come here and put a new ground plug on here, replace this thing, and tighten her back up. And I'm gonna take the compressed air, blow all this dirt off of it, take a little bit of you know, some window cleaner or something, and try to get the dust and dirt off of it a little bit. We'll fire it up. We'll see if this whole thing will still do anything. So let me get this camera set up somewhere here where I can show you guys what I'm doing, and I'll be back in just a minute. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, shop cigar tonight, Liga Privada T52. It's one of my favorite cigars. I smoke these as often as I can. Let's get it lit up. I got toasted it there. Right. First cigar I've smoked since we left Mexico. It's like I say, we were in Texas for, I don't know, 5 days after we come back from Mexico, and man, we got down like, I mean, I was sick as I've been, and I can't tell you how long. I mean, it was just, I had asthma when I was a kid, and we just, I grew out of it, you know, later in life, and grew out of it. It don't really bother me anymore until I get like a cold or a flu or any kind of anything. It goes to my chest, goes to my lungs, and it coughs me to death, and it smothers me plumb out. I have to get on an inhaler and everything again. But I'm feeling better now, so I'm going to get on this. Can't be out in the shop without a good cigar. All right, that's got her cleaned up a little bit. I mean, I just give it a little spit there, spit and polish. It ain't never going to be a brand new welder anymore. That's all right. I've run enough wire through that damn thing to go to the moon and back over the years, and like I say, I've never had any problems I've ever had out of it. And it's made me a fan of Miller products. And I had to replace the liner in it one time. I had to actually place the cord in it. So I had some cocksucker break into my shop a few years. Well, it's been, say a few years. It's been 2012, 11, 12, somewhere in that range. Broke into my shop. Not this shop, another shop I was in. Cut all my welding leads off my welders, cut the cords off the plasma cutter, cut any kind of extension cord, anything that had a cord on it, that some bitch cut it. So I had to replace that thing. I got him put in jail though, and he had to pay me back quite a bit of money for fucking all my shit up. But stole my air tools, things like that. But I got everything back, luckily. But anyways, this thing's been with me for a long time. I don't ever plan on getting rid of it. I'll keep it till, by God, I can't buy parts to fix it no more. And at that point, then we'll figure out something. But anyways, let's flip this thing on. I got the power on over there, plugged in. Let's see if she comes on. Here, Memphis. There it is. She's running. Yeah, man, that'll work. Let's see if she'll push water out. It's still got water in it. That's been in this gun, I'm gonna say 5 years probably. Now, I probably should change it, but you know, hell, for what I'm getting ready to do, let's see what it does. We need to clean that for sure. It's got cobwebs inside of it. Wire's coming out. Oh man. Let's see, let's turn a little gas on. Let's see. Just regulate a little bit. That's right. Let's see if she pushes gas through. Yeah, man. Don't waste that shit. It's expensive. We'll turn that tank back off. All right. Well, let me set this thing up somewhere. Hook a ground up and see if she'll see if she'll still work. And if that works, and we'll fire up these torches. Now I know this one of these, something here used to leak a little bit. I can't remember what it was. It's been so damn long ago, but I'm gonna find out what that is. I think it was the acetylene right around the regulator, but which is pretty dangerous. But if that's still the case, I'll either get a new hose set, or a new end for it, or a new regulator, whatever it is I got to do to make that thing on there don't leak no more. But like I say, this old cart for this thing, old as the dirt. I don't even know where it come from, to be honest with you. Yeah, cool. All right, let me get some metal set up here, camera set where I can do what I got to do, and see if this old thing will get back to work. Never that silly shit. Anyways, all right, so got this welder set up over here. Got it turned on. Got my grounded to this old welding table. Now I got the 2 pieces of metal that were laying here in this pile of junk that I didn't have to grind. It wasn't rusted so bad that I wouldn't have to grind it. And so that's what we're doing. I ain't trying to build nothing. I ain't trying to see if this old table still works. Still grounded. Yep. First leak it's took in a long time. We'll burn them old cobwebs out of this thing. See what it does. And I ain't welded either. I ain't done this in 4 years, 3 or 4 years probably, since I've even had this welder running. So here we go. I'm gonna catch my beard on fire if I can help it. That's way super cold. Let's turn her up a little bit. Man. Let me turn the gas on too. See? Turn the gas on. Now, here we go. Here for real this time. Let's try her. Still out of adjustment. Look. Some bitch weld. Let's see if we can adjust it a little bit. Let's get this thing a smidge hot. The wire speed up a little bit. I say I'm way out of practice and all that good stuff. I got my grounded to the base of this thing here, and what this thing is was I had this old box here. I don't even remember what it was for. It's got 2 latches on either side, so you can clean all this stuff out. And I was always cutting and welding over top of an empty barrel or some kind of shit all the time. And these legs off this thing are the front frame horns off of I think a 2008 or 9 Nissan Titan. We built a chassis 4 years ago, and the old chassis we just used to cut it up and scrapped it. But this is the front. Let's see. That's the front core support and legs off of it's the body mounts right there. That's the front body mounts where you core support mounts and everything. That's what we made this thing out of, or what I made this thing out of. I got another thing over there that I made out of I built the chassis for a 50 Chevy truck, and I made a base for a tool I've got over there out of the frame horns of it, and that's what gave me the idea to have these frame horns laying around, and here we are. So, tired wood. Still ain't right. Still ain't right. Let's see here. What's happening? Maybe it's just old sheeting wire. So it's been a minute. all right. Let me fiddle with this thing here. Fiddle with this thing a little bit, and I'll get back at you in just a minute. See if I can get this thing dialed in, let you hear some bacon frying, if it'll do it. And there we go. Still welds. Look at the light. Yeah, Memphis, that's the first time you've seen weld. Don't look at the blue light. I'll get you some goggles or something. There it is. I mean, just because this old welder's old and this old welder's old and I ain't done it in a while, I mean, it ain't pretty. Just a weld. It ain't pretty. I ain't trying to be pretty. I'm just making sure that the whole thing gets good penetration if nothing else. And yeah, just out of pieces of scrap metal. And we'll just try to jump on this set of torches over here. See if we can get some old school, old school cutting done here. We'll try to maybe even cut this piece back off. I know it'll fire up, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's just oxygen acetylene, it should fire up. But I do need to find that leak. So we'll scoot this stuff out of the way, and I'll bring that torch over here, which just makes a good place. I can set my camera right there, far enough away from this that it ain't gonna hurt nothing. So, all right, let's try her out. All right, guys, here's something that, like a piece of safety stuff. It's a Nemesis. Now these are old as the dirt, but let me see if I can show you what this does. Look, they're for cutting. They're dirty and scratched up and everything like that, but they're for cutting and everything like that. So it's like basically it's like wearing a set of these old school styles, which I never did like these things, but they're for, I mean, they might not even make these anymore. I don't know, this might be the last pair in the fucking country, but they're a Nemesis. I've used these for years. I used to get these for us when I worked in the coal mines and stuff. And if you're ever cutting or using a plasma cutter or anything like that, get you a pair of these, or something that's not just like tinted safety glasses like these. These are just like tinted safety glasses. But these things are actually made for cutting, because I tell you, you see, I'm 48 years old, and for the last, I don't know, probably 20 years, I was welding for most of my life. And if I look at a white wall, like painted white wall, I see purple dots in this, like this array of purple dots, and it's, I mean, hell, there might be something wrong with me, but my opinion is it's from being flash burn from a welder, or cutting without goggles on when you're just trying to get something done real quick and you don't take the time to put these on. But wear these things if you get a chance, if you're able to. Like I say, I've been somebody in my life that I haven't always looked out for myself, and do some things that I probably shouldn't do sometimes. But I can hear that I only have the gas on. I turned it on a minute ago, make sure my regulators was working. I can hear this thing leaking from here. So this thing's got these quick connects, if they'll even come loose. It's like an air hose type deal. Something's leaking. I don't know if it's that thing. So all you do is just, they're old. This thing ain't been took off there in 20 years, but they just clip back on there. It's like an air hose. It's this oxygen one. It's leaking. It's just the stuff that's in the line. Sorry. See if I can tighten these up a little bit. All right, let's just see if let's cut some metal. Fuck it, let's see what it does. Turn the cranks on. And I'm almost positive this thing was leaking right here, if I remember. It was leaking right here by the regulator. But for no more than what I'm gonna do, I ain't gonna worry about it. Let's see. Come on, Rusty. Let's see. Yeah, see. You don't want that. You don't want that. Anyways, I won't light that back up. Let's see. Here we go. There, fire. So what I've always been taught and what I've always do when you see that it's smoky like that, and you're running your torch up, or you just about don't see that black soot no more, turn your oxygen on. And I always leave my oxygen on here, or my oxygen on over here. I always leave it on. I control it here. If I need to turn my oxygen, I don't turn these off every time I quit using it. I know some people do that. I don't know why they do that, but to teach their own. I ain't trying to show you how to do it. I'm just showing you how I do it. And but turn your fuel up. Let me do this again here. So there's the black smoke. Get it to where it's just kind of see-through. Then you run your torch down. If it's a good torch head, and you can see those points. I don't know how much good this camera. I've never tried to film this situation. Those little flames are real pointy. Let's find a little piece of junk here. I don't know. Cut this thing. Get me cut on. And I don't even know what it even is. What it does. Flash is on. Oh yeah, don't wear your gloves like a dumbass. Get your hands burnt. Well, she works. So yeah, I'm telling how long that thing's set. So don't worry about having old equipment. Like I say, that welder's, I didn't even buy it new. I bought it from a rental place over in there's a guy that rented out welders and tools and equipment and things like that. And I think he was over in Prestonsburg, Paintsville. It's probably been, hell, I want to say it was a 2001 or 2, somewhere in that range. So, you know, don't be afraid of this old equipment. It still works perfectly fine. Like I say, this torch right here, I've probably had since I worked at this company called CalMat out in Arizona. I probably bought this in 1996, probably when I bought this torch, the torch set. And like I say, and it's been through the ringer with me, and I got to fix that leak right there because we don't need that leaking out. But hey, it cuts metal. That's all you got to have. And get you a pair of these if they still make them. They don't even make them. I'm gonna try to go to the welding supply place, which I should have looked when I was over there getting these tanks filled up. But that place is more of just a tank, you know, welding. Hell, I get my CO2 for our Coke machine at the restaurant from that same company, so it's more of just a gas place. But I'm gonna go to a welding shop and maybe I just replace these regulators. Just buy a regulator kit, cut this hose here. It looks like it's, let's see, let's show you. It looks like it might have seen better days. Right there's where it's leaking at, right there. That's where it caught fire just a minute ago. Let's say that ain't safe. Don't do that at home, kids. But I remember doing that the last time I used it, and I just used it for a second and shut it off because my tanks were empty anyway. So, but yeah, get you an old set of torches. I mean, if you ain't got, don't worry about having a bunch of fancy shit when you're trying to do this. This shit was being done, building cars and making custom cool ass shit was being done in the 1930s, 1920s, and 40s and 50s. And you know what they had? Oxyacetylene. And they welded with oxyacetylene. I know an old cat that taught me how to oxyacetylene weld that uses coat hangers. And son, I've seen him weld some of the wildest shit. I mean, he just takes he would take our uniform coat hangers, he'd collect them all up that would deliver uniform to the mine. And everybody throw them in a big pile for him. And he'd gather them all up and take them home. And he'd make all kinds of wild shit with welding shit with coat hangers and oxyacetylene. And he'd also, like, we would have these, we had real acidic water where we were working at it. And we had to run water lines and stuff that you put on the belts and keep the dust down, you know. And but this cat would go in. You couldn't weld them with a MIG welder or a stick welder. You couldn't weld this stuff because it was so thin from being, you know, just had this acidic water. But this guy would take those coat hangers and would weld those water lines up, and they'd last for, I mean, they'd outlast the place. They'd probably cut them pipes out of there when they tore that place down, and they were still holding water probably. But yeah, so I've got a couple other things that I'm gonna do some reviews on. I'll sneak a little bit in here right now, show you kind of what I'm gonna do on a couple things. Now, this is something that every person needs to have in their welding shop, or in their shop in general. It had to be a welding shop, any shop. Then with a 4.5 inch grinder. Now I went through 1,000 of these things, and I've bought expensive ones and I've bought cheap ones. And I can't find no damn difference in, I bought the ones from Harbor Freight, and I've had the DeWalt that I throwed against the damn wall, and it wasn't worth a plug nickel. And I've had the DeWalt, I mean, I've had the Harbor Freight ones, and I've bought them from every company that they're coming and going, but now that's a long time ago. So I'm gonna give this DeWalt another shot. Still brand new in the package. I ain't even cut the tape off the joint yet. So I'm gonna do a little unboxing on that. I got some. I bought that at my local Ace Hardware. Yeah, Ace Hardware. Bought that there. I think I paid $75 for it, give or take. Thought that was kind of expensive. Hopefully it'll last. The reason I'm buying this stuff right now is I have about 4 days till we open the restaurant back up, and I've got 2 smokers that I need to build fireboxes for. I need to build a couple, you know, just maintenance stuff on them. So I also got this Forney welding wire 030 10-pound spool. I've not used a lot of Forney stuff. If that's how you say it, Forney, I don't know, but that's what they had in stock there. I normally buy it in there's a 10-pound spool in that, because I think that's just something that I bought it, same thing I did this 4 or 5 years ago. I just had to have it. But I usually buy like a 30-pound spool. That welder there will take a 30-pound spool, and that's what I usually run in that thing. So you're not, you know, changing out these stinking little 2-pound rolls every 5 minutes. So, and you know, we're all on the internet nowadays. And here's something else I'm going to review. Easy Arc Metal Master 4.5 inch. I guess they're a diamond edge. You know, a diamond edge, like cut off wheel type thing. Come like this. I already have looked at them, but I mean, it's not technically an unboxing, but they're still in the box right now. So, and then that same company. Now there again, I paid for these. I bought these flat discs. I have opened them and looked at them already, but these flat discs come in a pack of 10. These are same company, Easy Arc. They're all over the Instagram and Facebook. People talk about how good they are. They're fairly cheap, but not super cheap, not Harbor Freight cheap, but you know, these are 60 grit. I'm gonna do a review on them with that new grinder. And I'll tell you guys, I'm gonna make a note on this. I'm gonna keep this box of this DeWalt box, and I'm gonna take a note of it, of when I bought it and how long it lasts. Because I mean, the last one I had, and this is a corded one, not a battery one, it's a corded one. That son of a bitch didn't last 3 months, 3 or 4 months, and I think it caught on fire, and I just threw it against the damn wall and unplugged it and put the fire out because it was smoking. So, anyways, and then that same company, Easy Arc, I'm gonna do an official like review on them, but I'm just giving y'all a little taste of some things that I'm gonna be doing. Some cobalt step drill bits. We'll try them out. I don't have a good set of these. I've always bought the cheapy Harbor Freight ones. I've never bought a good set, and I've never been super impressed with what they are. But we'll try this better brand out. Everybody's, like I say, I don't know if they're paying those people to do the reviews, and everybody's just, oh, they're the greatest thing ever was. But hey, you know, to each their own. If they'll pay me, I'll do a review on them too. But I'm not. I paid for this stuff out of my pocket, and we're just gonna try it out. And here's one other thing, and I'm gonna sneak this in on the end of this video, and I'm not gonna unbox it yet. I'm just gonna show you what I got. So years ago, I had a couple plasma cutters going and people working for me and all kinds of shit. And over the years, I've sold things, and plasma cutters wasn't very good. And I bought the Thermodynamics is what I had. I'm almost positive that's what they were. It was a black body with a white and blue label on it. I don't even have them anymore. I think the last one I had, it finally quit working, and I couldn't get any customer service from them. And I think I threw it in a scrap pile and hauled it off for junk when I was cleaning this shop out because I knew it didn't work. So I haven't had a plasma cutter to do anything with. And the one I wanted to buy, they're about $1,500, $1,800. But I need something that I can take to the restaurant. There's all kinds of like little welding projects that I need to do down there, and I've got another little small welder down there that I use for just little things I need to do around the business. And this little plasma cutter is going to go in that section once I'm done with it. After I'm going to do these couple smoker jobs I got right now. But it's a it's an Arc Captain. Let me see what model it is, because I don't even know. I think I bought the Arc, Cut 55 Pro. So there again, I haven't unboxed it. I haven't took the tape off of it yet. I haven't done anything with it yet. I paid, if I'm not mistaken, I paid $385 for it. Now, do I expect much out of it? I mean, there's people that I really respect on the internet that makes reviews on these things, and they talk really good about this brand. So we'll see. And there again, I don't think this is ever going to be, this is not a commercial plasma cutter. If you're looking for something for your shop that you're going to be running a plasma table on, or you're going to be running this thing all day long, every day, 5-6 days a week, this is definitely not the plasma cutter for you. I wouldn't imagine. If it is, it'll change the plasma cutter game if it is, but I highly doubt that it is. But will it do what I need to do a couple days a week, a couple evenings, a couple nights, a couple weekends a month? Probably. But there again, like I said a minute ago, this is temporary. This is going to go down to the restaurant to be put with my little Hobart welder, flux core Hobart welder that I've got. And I use it for doing little quick fixes if I need to weld something down there, and which seems to happen more than you'd think. And I'm going to take this down there with it. So I'm buying this to do for that purpose, to go to the restaurant where it might be used a couple times a year. And I'll buy the good one that I want. I can't remember the brand it was now, but I'm a Miller person. I'm going to look at the Miller plasma cutters, and if anybody watches this, says Miller plasma cutters ain't worth a shit, I've never owned one. If anybody watching this knows anything about Miller plasma cutters, let me know. Hit it in the comments. There's another brand that a buddy of mine really speaks highly of. I'm going to look into those. There again, I haven't bought one in 10 years, so I'm sure the technology has changed. The prices have changed from what they used to be, and I've got to kind of get myself back up to speed on that kind of stuff. So But with that being said, I'm going to end this video with the dude. Oh, there's the dude. Hello, say hello, Memphis. We're going to finish up this cigar. I'm going to maybe go ahead and do this unboxing on this other, like I say, it's legit. Like it's 5 degrees outside right now. And I ain't got no heat in here yet. There's another reason I want to try to get all this stuff done, because I got a waste oil heater that I've got to build for this garage. I've got all the parts and pieces piled up over in the corner for it. I made a trip up to my uncle's house up in Ohio, and he got me a big old piece of plate steel that I'm going to make I remember I cut all that, let's see, where am I at? Cut all that corner stuff out back there, all those old benches that used to be back there. I have a 5 foot wide, I think it's 8 foot long piece of 2-inch plate steel. And I don't know how I'm going to move it around yet. I'm going to have to get a bobcat or an excavator or something in here to move it around. But I've got the metal for the legs laying there. I've got I'm gonna make a big welding table out of it, big, huge, thick. You can't move the son of a bitch in welding table. You know, that's what it's going to be called. So you can't move the son of a bitch. And he picked these up. I got these things, a couple of elbows for some smokers that I'm going to build. For some reason around here, like, you can't buy like gas, gas pipe stuff like this, and up there it's a little easier to come by. And he went to a local place and picked these up for me. I'd give him a shout out, but I don't know where he got them at. Yeah, so I'm going to get the side by side moved around here a little bit. I'm going to back the first smoker in here, so wait tomorrow morning when I get ready, get up and get out here, I can get started on that smoker and get that thing done. And I'm going to try to get the other one in here the next day. Hopefully I can do it in a day. I may not be able to accomplish it all in a day. Maybe I've forgot how long this stuff takes to do, but I got to redo the stack on one, and I got to build a firebox for the other one. But yeah, that's what my plan is for the next few days. And oh yeah, hold on. See, I keep forgetting about this stuff. I ain't gonna show it to you right now. I'm gonna wait till it gets summertime. But if you see my old Harley right there? You see that little fleck of gold right there? And that big old long front end right there? Yeah, I got that thing back. And when we get it, when it ain't snow on the ground and the sun's shining, and got that back from Turner's Cycle Shop down in Daytona. He rebuilt that thing for me and got it going, got it looking good. It's all one piece now anyways, which is what I was hoping for. But that's an update on what I've got going on here. I know this is I tend to ramble on about shit, but yeah, let's get this shop going. I'm pretty disappointed in where I've been, what my progress I've made, but it is what it is. I still have a business to run and a life to live and things like that. So we'll get it. But getting this stuff in here is a big step. Getting my oxygen acetylene tanks filled up, getting my welder back working, getting that kind of stuff. Now I know where I'm at. I'm gonna run by the welding store tomorrow. I've got to run out in the morning to get a couple things that I need for the smokers, some couple pieces of metal. And while I'm out, I might just buy new regulators for that and be done with it. And maybe the new, those are leaking up there on those quick connect deals are done. So, but I'll show you that, and if I get them and if they have what I need, we'll figure it out. But thank y'all for watching. Like and subscribe. I think we're up to like 80 subscribers now, or 85 or something like that. I know that ain't nothing to nobody. These big guys got millions of people watching them, hundreds of thousands of people watching them, but you guys that are on here right now watching and keeping up and commenting, and man, it means the world to me, and I sure appreciate it. And hopefully this fabrication channel will be fabricating pretty soon on a fabrication channel. So I'm gonna get that smoker backed in here. I already got it hooked up on the truck. I'll get it backed in here, get everything laid out, ready to go, kind of get the marks on everything, and I'll try to video it. the layout and what I'm going to do to it after this video, but this will be it for this one. I'll post this up, and you'll see the smoker deal, the next one probably. So yeah, all right. Me and Memphis. Say hi, Memphis. Say bye, Memphis. He's not much of a talker. But y'all have a great day, great weekend, great week, great month, and great year. And Happy New Year. And going to get after it. All right. Where's my little thing at? Boop. Well, it ain't working. What about that shit? Boop, boop.